Hello everybody, welcome to Margaret's Cooking and Canning channel. I thank you for being here today. Today we are going to can some venison. Oh, we love the venison canned. Once we put it in our jars and we cook it, we can take it out anytime we want to. It is fully cooked. All you have to do is put a roux on it, or either put it in your crock pot, put potatoes and carrots in it. But not only do we like it, I think in today's time that we need to preserve all the food that we can. I'm sorry, my phone was ringing. So anyhow, we're going to can our venison in quart jars today. I've already washed them and cleaned them real good. I've already put them through their heat, so they're ready to for the meat to go in the jars. Now, when I can my venison, it's already cut up. You can see it's already cut up in little squares. You fill the jar. And you can pack it because venison shrinks up. You add no liquid to it because it will make its own liquid. So you fill the jar up, and I will put some onion on the top of each jar. Then I will put one beef bouillon cube in each jar. And then I will put a teaspoon a teaspoon of canning salt in each jar. So it's very easy, and like I say, very good. So we will get started with, this one's first, and it's heavy too. So we're just gonna take, and there's one for the dog. Put it in our jars. You can make stews with this. You can do venison, like I say, make a roux and do venison gravy, put it over mashed potatoes, put it over rice. You can take and drain the venison, drain all the liquid off of the venison, and you can make a hash out of it. Put onions and salt and pepper. Some people even add potatoes to it. You can drain all the juice off of it, and it's cooked all to pieces once we cook it in the pressure cooker. You can drain all of the juice off of it and make barbecue sandwiches out of it. There's so many ways. They have, my family has killed several deer, and they've had sausage made out of them, and they're also going to make ground beef out of them. We use a lot of the venison meat, so it helps to feed our family during the year. They like it and like to make jerky out of it. There's so many ways that you can use it, and I believe the Lord furnished us with the deer to help feed our families. It's a cheap way to preserve your food, to put it up. Now I use a pressure canner. For quarts, I've got to let it cook, I think it's 90 minutes in the quart jars. It has to cook for 90 minutes, and by the time it comes out, it's just falling off pieces. Once it comes out of the pressure cooker, it still sits there and boils for several minutes. So it is good and done. You can put it up in quarts. pints. I have put it up in pints this year. I believe I'll let the pints cook for 75 minutes. I would have to go back and look, but now the quarts, they go 90 minutes. And like I say, when they come out of the jars, they are ready. Let me get venison. Like I say, shrinks up. You want to pack your jars real good with it. It shrinks up. It makes its own moisture, own liquid. So I think we've about got them packed good enough. Leave a half of an inch of headspace. We're packing these real good. Takes a lot of deer meat to go in a quart. Everything feels good. Now it doesn't have any liquid in it, but I'm just gonna take my knife and go around it to make sure there's no bubbles, air bubbles in it. That way you don't want any air bubbles in your meat. Air bubbles can make it spoil. So we're going around. We can't go down the middle because we can't go through all the meat. But we were just going to move it around in case it has an air bubble in it, to remove an air bubble. They are packed well. We just started canning the venison in the jars this year. I think my first cooking, I had 7 pints, and we went through those without any problems. So now I'm gonna take, now this is Weiler's beef bouillon cubes. And I've already opened them, so I'll put 1 in each jar. This helps to give it a little more of a beef flavor. Okay, now I'm gonna take onion, and I put several pieces of onion on each one. I've got my pressure cooker getting hot. It's ready when I get the jars in it to go ahead and put them in. Y'all may hear my grandbaby. He's just woke up. Several pieces of onion in it because everybody knows that onion makes everything taste better. Okay, now I'm going to take and put a teaspoon of the canning salt in each one. This is not for seasoning, but it's for canning purposes. So let's see, 1 teaspoon. One. There we go. 1 teaspoon to each jar. I can only put 7 quarts in this canner of quarts. Now I can put more of the pints, but I'm just doing the quarts right now, so that's the reason I'm only doing 7. Okay, we've got all that ready. So now we are going to our flats have all been in the hot water. That water is hot. So I've got a little vinegar here, and I'm going to wipe the tops of my jars to make sure that there's nothing on the top of them. Now these are used jars. Some people say you don't have to put them through a heat anymore, but I did. I washed them real good, made sure they wasn't cracked or no residue or anything in them. And then I put them through the heat. They were in the hot water probably 20 to 30 minutes. Go ahead and get our flats on our jars. Well, stuck together. And I gotta get one more. These things are stuck to the bottom. That one says it's not going to come out of there. Let's see. We got it. I need a magnet. Okay, now when we put our lids on our jars, we're only gonna just tighten them, just hand tight. I have found everything does better if you don't tighten it so tight. So we're going to put these in the pressure cooker. Put the lid on it. I will get it, you have to cook it at 15 pounds of pressure for 90 minutes. So I'm going to put these in the cooker, get the lid on, and get it up to 15 pounds of pressure and cook it for 90 minutes. And when we're through the process, I'll come back and show y'all what it looks like. I wanted to share with you before we put the regulator on the cooker. Once you put your lid on, you want it to blow steam for 10 minutes. After it starts putting steam out the top of it, you want to let it steam for 10 minutes before you put your regulator on. And then when you put your regulator on, you want it to come up to 15 pounds, and usually to keep it at 15 pounds, I have to put my burner on almost 3 to keep it at 15 pounds of pressure. So I wanted to share that with you real quick.